Good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to Merckett Gymnasium here on the Paula Sullivan Court. I'm Dave Clifton along with Keith Sharon. Certainly we have an opportunity to describe the action for Division II men's college basketball. If you just joined us, folks, you'll be watching the Northeast 10 Conference of the NCAA. And of course today we have Stonehill College hosting St. Anslem's men's team. They call them the Hawks. Both these teams have 5 victories. Stonehill is 5-4 overall. And of course, the Hawks from St. Anslem's, they have a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. As a matter of fact, the Hawks are 3-0 in the Northeast 10 Conference. Stonehill has 3-2. And I know that we've had a chance to cover both the women's games as well as the men's. This is Division II college basketball at its finest.
It is. Two evenly matched teams, I would say.
And of course, today's cablecast, a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. And we certainly would like to share this cablecast with surrounding communities. How lucky we are to have Stonehill College right in the center of the Easton community. But there are folks in Sharon, Brockton, Foxborough, and of course Canton who would like to listen and watch these games. The next best thing to being here is to watch it on community television. We have a chance to show you some of the top high school players around that come here to the Division II colleges and to participate. Keith, we're going to come back shortly to give the starting lineups to bring you up to date, and you're going to see some outstanding players. This Hawk team has some outstanding players who are on a team that is actually ranked. But the Stonehill College team, you'll get a chance to see some outstanding basketball players as well. Hurry back. You're watching Sharon, I should say, ECAT, Easton Community Access Television.
Should be a good game.
Welcome back to Merckett Gymnasium. Stonehill College hosting St. Anslem's of Manchester, New Hampshire. PA announcers ready to introduce the starting lineups. Dave Clifton here along with Keith Sharon. We'll describe the action. And of course, right now, Stonehill with a record of 5-4. They're 3-2 in conference play. The Hawks from St. Anslem's, they're 5-2. Their record in league competition, 3 wins and no losses. So now Keith will introduce the visiting team here at Merckett Gymnasium, and I'll introduce the starting lineups for the host team.
We start with Tyler Arbuckle. He's a freshman guard, followed by Danny Evans. He's a senior guard. Chris Paul, junior forward. Joey Belay, sophomore guard, and Gustav Schur Jensen is a junior forward. And the head coach is Keith Dixon, alumni of New Hampshire, class of 79. He's in his 34th season.
Wow.
That's a long time in anything.
Okay, the starting lineups now for the Skyhawks. They're 5-4 overall, 3-2 in the NE10 conference. They're led by head basketball coach Chris Kraus. His 7th season leading the Skyhawks. Played for Stonehill, the class of 2006. Starting in left guard, one of the co-captains wearing number 3, a senior. And of course, he's a guard. And he had an opportunity to play at Randolph High School, I should say Catholic Memorial High School from Randolph. Getting a chance to start, number 32, Andrew Sims from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, a sophomore forward. For Stonehill College, we get a chance to see junior forward number 21, Monty Yurmalavicius, a junior, a forward averaging 5.4 points per game. And Will Morton, he's a co-captain, a senior, number 33, leads the team in scoring, 18.7 points, and also rebounding. The assistant coaches for Stonehill, Matt Miller and Carter Smith. Carter was a former player during the 2016 season here at Stonehill. And we should have ourselves an exciting game. It's purple and white game here at Stonehill College on the Paula Sullivan Court here at Merckett Gymnasium, not too far from downtown Easton. Pretty good crowd on hand. And I know that when you take a look at this other team that you introduced, Keith, the tri-captains, Chris Paul, Danny Evans, and Gustav Jessen. And I know that their athletic director I see here, Darren Montgomery, he's been involved for a number of years over there at St. Anslem's. They're from Manchester, New Hampshire. They're ranked number 20th. And we're just about ready now for the opening tip-off. Jumping the tap will be Chris Paul. He controls the tap. St. Anslem's dressed in the black jerseys. And we're going to have a pushing foul.
Right off the bat.
They'll call that against Tyler Arbuckle. He's from Bristol, Connecticut, a freshman guard at 6'3". Stonehill with the basketball. They dress in the white jerseys. They go low.
Inside.
Turnaround Jay doesn't fall. Loose ball rebound picked up by Jessen. Paul, he's their shooter. He wears number 15. They go to the hoop. They throw it up. They make the basket. Give credit to Danny Evans. He's from Leeds, England. Played at Phillips Academy. Spent some time at Maine. He's a senior guard at 6'4", 200-pounder. There's the three-point Jay. Won't fall. Rolled around the rim. And the missed shot ended up in the hands of Jessen. His second rebound. And it's a palming foul. You cannot turn the ball over like that. It's like carrying the ball. That gives the turnover gives the ball back to the Skyhawks. We play two 20-minute halves in the men's game. Stonehill trailing 2-0. They lose the ball. And of course, the top-ranked team in the NABC Division II coaches poll, Northwest Missouri State, and the University of San Diego. But this is a team, the visiting team, that had a chance to play in tournament play last year. Shot missed. Pulling down the rebound.
It was Monty Yurmalavicius.
Yurmalavicius, although his name is long, he's quick on his feet. Does a good job rebounding.
Baseline shot. Nice shot.
Wow. And
nice shot by Owen Chose.
You see Chose quite often shoot the threes. He's a junior guard at 6'2". And of course, they only gave him credit for a 2, not a 3.
Good defense on that play. Good defense by Brandon Twitty on that series.
Twitty was an excellent high school basketball player. He played at Catholic Memorial. And of course, he comes from Randolph, Massachusetts.
Goes Owen Chose. Ooh!
And
nice
Chose,
right-handed hook shot.
So right now, Chose is leading St. Anslem's by a score of 4-2. Didn't go off his feet. Almost looked like he did.
Oh.
There's a J from way downtown.
Danny Evans.
Evans has 4 out of the 5 points for his team. Chose has all 4 points for Stonehill. Twitty with the basketball. Works against a zone defense. Chose again. Rolls
Up
around the
and
rim,
out.
won't fall.
Rebounded Danny Evans.
These guys,
Gustav Schur Jensen.
they like to drive to the hoop, no doubt about it.
All their
Reporting,
points so far have been in the paint.
reporting to the scorers table, Michael Bowen. He's from Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Will Morton.
Morton throws it up,
Ooh.
and we're going to have a foul on
Over
the
the
rebound
back.
action. They'll call that foul against Monty Yermolavicius. He comes out. Mike Bowen comes in. So right now, Stonehill's playing a man-to-man defense, Keith, and St. Anselm's, they're playing a zone defense. And when they play a zone, that's when a guy like Owen Chose gets a chance to take his shots. Looks like a 1-2-2 defense.
Ooh.
Ball stolen.
Errant pass.
And going to the
Goes
hoop.
in for the
Miles.
layup and the foul, I think.
So tension from Palo Alto, California. A 6'5" sophomore guard. He'll go to the foul line. He'll shoot 2. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Oh, he made that shot.
He did. He did. And
So
he's going
he-
to the line.
He gets one shot then. Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. And he makes it. This team shoots well.
10-4 game. St. Anselm. 15:42 first quarter.
Here's Bowen with the basketball. Gets it to Sims. He takes the J. The left-hander makes it. He buried that nice soft touch. Loose ball fought for. Ends up in the hands of Josh
Goes
Mack.
back.
Good hustle by Mack. Coach Kraus calling a play. Bowen to Mack. They go low to Chose. He chose to go left and throw up a running right-hander.
Ooh, good block inside.
Chris Paul on that shot. Here's Michael Bowen, goes coast to coast, throws it up off the window, and pretty off
Laid
the
it up and
backboard.
in.
Chris Paul
Whoa, long
is,
three.
is from Highland Mills, New York. Played
Rebound.
his high school basketball at Don Bosco Prep.
Out of bounds, St. Anselm basketball.
1 point game. St. Anselm 10, Stonehill 9, 14:21 in the first quarter.
Sems Andrew gets a rest. The Hawks have the basketball. 3-0 in the NE10 conference. Little tricky dribble and finally went to the hoop. That was Gustav Jessen with the basketball. So it looks like Stonehill's working against a 1-3-1 zone defense.
Right now, yeah. To get that ball
Ermela-
down low, though, for an easy bucket.
Ermela Vicious with the last hoop. He's a nice addition to the Stonehill team.
Ooh,
Wow, from way
nothing but net
downtown.
on that shot.
Tension with the basket. Miles wears number 23. Stonehill working the ball. Here's a stop, a pop, air ball. Follows up with his own rebound, and we're going to have a traveling violation. Called against Owen Chose. Owen is from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. He's a health science major here at Stonehill College.
And checking in for the Skyhawks, number 22, Shamir Johnson.
This St. Anslem's team, Keith, is the East Regional winner during the 2018-19 season. They beat Malloy, New Haven, and St. Thomas Aquinas.
Vicious with a big rebound.
Terrific rebound. He's got size. He's got strength.
It's quick.
The key players on this visiting team, Chris Paul, Danny Evans, Tyler Arbuckle, and Alonzo Jackson. Jackson is a strong rebounder. There's a backing in. I knew he was going to call an offensive foul on that.
Offensive foul. The Stonehill's number 21, Ponte Ermelavicius, his second personal. 13 foul. Into the Stonehill lineup, number 32, Andrew.
So right now, Keith, we have a 15-11 lead by St. Anslem's.
4-point game.
Leading scorer for the Hawks, number 23, Miles Tension.
Stonehill continues to play man.
There's a J from way downtown. Doesn't
Off the
work
front of the rim.
for Evans. Evans is from Leeds, England. Stonehill looking to keep this game close. They drive to the hoop. They throw it up off the window. And he makes it. Shamir Johnson, the sophomore from Waterbury, Connecticut.
It was a tough shot. St. Anselm seems to be collapsing everybody whenever Stonehill takes it to the hoop.
So both players, offense and defense, fight for the ball. And the possession rule gives it back to the Skyhawks.
We have a 2-point game. St. Anselm 15, Stonehill 13, 11:43, 3 remaining in the first quarter.
The Hawks fall back on defense. They're in the dark jersey. Stonehill College and the light jersey. We have 11:33 remaining here in the first half.
Oh, blocked.
Sems's shot was blocked. He was looking for a foul.
It could have been a travel on that.
It looked it. He took a little skip and hop.
He did.
And that was an extra step.
Chris Paul could have been a travel.
And of course the travel was before the foul.
Checking back in for Stonehill, number 13, Owen Chose.
Chose comes in, and Will Morton gets a rest. Will is averaging 18.7 points per game. He also leads the team in rebounding, about 9 or 10 rebounds per game. Good ball movement by the Skyhawks, and there's a foul on the play against
Danny Evans, I believe. Foul.
Evan gets the foul called against him, and of course Mack is the one that took the shot. No, it was Twitty.
At the line for Stonehill,
Brandon Twitty, a senior guard at 6'2". Makes the first, he'll get a second.
checking in for the Hawks, number 0, Tyler Arbuckle.
Arbuckle comes in a lineup along with Jessen. Tension gets a rest. Twitty's second free throw, all net. He makes it.
1-point game.
Here comes
St.
Owen.
Anselm up by 1, 15 to, well, tie game, 15-15.
Owen DeGraff in the lineup now for the Skyhawks. He's got good size off the bench. He's listed in the program as 6'8". Under 11 minutes remaining. We're in the first half here at the beautiful
that was
Merca
good defense by
Gymnasium.
Shamir Johnson.
They hold the ball. They work the ball around the outside perimeter.
Ooh.
Good defensive
good
effort
foot movement.
by the Hawks.
Long rebound. Comes out over to Shamir. Misses.
Okay, up the court come the Hawks.
Danny Evans.
Evans is quick. Evans has done a pretty good job in terms of scoring. Last season, the Hawks finished 26-6. They were 18-3 in the NE10 conference. And Keith Dixon, in his 34th season, as you mentioned earlier, Keith, he's been there a long time. Evans is averaging 15 points a game. He's at the charity stripe. He dips, he shoots, he makes his free throw. Stonehill right now trailing by a bucket. They have the basketball.
Chose with the ball. Back to Chose.
They go
Tried
low.
to force it inside. Stolen. Layup. St. Anslem.
Okay, Mack with the basketball. Bowen reports to the scorer's table for the Skyhawks. Here's Brandon Twitty. Gets it to Mack. They go low to Sems. He drives to the hoop. Backs in. Looks.
Up and in.
Throws it off the backboard with his left hand. Good penetration.
Excellent penetration. Good awareness.
And we're going to have
a foul.
An offensive foul called against St. Anselm's.
I think that foul was called off the ball, too.
Today's cable cast, a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. Big thank you out there to the sponsor, the Northeast Savings Bank. They are a bank that believes in people helping people. Rolls around
and
there,
out.
didn't fall. That's another one that went in and came back out. Joey Belly getting some playing time. He wears number 21 for the Hawks.
Oh, that was a power move by number 24. That was Gustav Jensen. That was a strong move to the hoop.
Terrific move.
Plays for St. Anselm.
Did a little step fake before he moved to the hoop. Here's Mack. Bounce passes underneath. Ball stolen. Jessen with his defensive effort. They move the ball quickly. Stonehill playing a sagging man-to-man defense. And we got a traveling violation.
Ball.
Movement of the pivot foot. And again, a reminder that Stonehill College will be doing some traveling after tonight's game. They will be playing at Bridgeport, although they got a noon game on January 4th against Damon.
That's a three. Owen Chose. 1 point game, 21-20, St. Anselm.
He likes to shoot those threes. And again, the Hawks come
Chris
right
Paul.
back. And Paul leads
That was Danny Evans.
Evans leads, I should say, it's Paul that leads the team in scoring. Evans not far behind. Little tricky dribble in the paint area. Back to the near side of the court. Mike Bowen goes baseline.
Stolen.
Ball stolen. Evans with the basketball.
Oh!
And that's Arbuckle.
Just kept going to the hoop and up and in.
Drawn by 4, he's shooting. Is it a sub? Fouls on Stonehill's number 13, Owen Jones. His first personal, the team's 6th.
So this will be a shooting foul. Arbuckle, the freshman from Bristol, Connecticut, will go to the foul line. Shot by the left-hander is good. He completes that three-point play. We got a 26-20 lead by St. Anselm's.
7:14 to go in the first quarter.
Lots of good things we can say about both head coaches. Chris Kraus, 7th season. He's had the opportunity to participate in lots of postseason play. Head coach Keith Dixon, likewise, he's been around longer, 34 seasons as a head basketball coach at the same college. That is truly amazing. Taking a look at some of the scoring for the starters for Stonehill. Brandon Twitty, a senior, averaging 14.8 points per game. Chose 14.1. Will Morton from Minneapolis, Minnesota, 18.7 points per game. And Andrew Sims, a sophomore forward, 9.2. Let's take a look, Keith, if we may, at some of the stats for the first half here so far. I guess you fell asleep on me.
No. I just got him. For Stonehill, Owen Chose is leading all scorers with 7 points, followed by Andrew Sims with 5. Gustav Johansson has 8 points for St. Anselm, and leading all scorers is Danny Evans, St. Anselm's, with 9.
And Jessen, number 24, has a total of 8 points.
Right, I said that first, yeah.
Here's Mack with the basketball, crosses the timeline, goes to the far side of the court to Chose. Chose at the top of the key. He tricky dribbles, gets it back out front to Twitty. Twitty looks low, and we got a foul in the paint. And I think this time they're going to pick on Tyler Arbuckle from Bristol, Connecticut. He gets the foul called. Stonehill will put it in play. Here's Bowen to Chose. To Twitty. Underneath to Bowen. Overthrew the shot and ended up in the hands of one of the black jerseys from the Hawks. 26-20, 6:37. The clock running. We're in the first half. Yes, we have a 30-second clock. And we're going to have a foul on the play. This could be 3 free throws because he was in the process of shooting a 3-point shot.
His first personal, the team's 7th foul.
So going to the foul line will be Gustav Serjessen. He missed the first shot. He has 8 points in the game. He'll now shoot the back end of his second free throw. Little spinner row, takes a dribble, takes the shot. You got it. And now we'll get the third shot.
Checking in for the Hawks, number 4, Danny Evans. And
He could get 2 for 3 and put his team up by 8. The forward takes the shot and he makes it. So he gets 2 out of 3. Stonehill trailing by 8. Little hook pass to Sims. Tweedy takes the J, won't fall for him.
Off the rim and out.
There's a shot from way downtown. He hustled after his own rebound, but knocked it out of bounds. On that drive was Belly. First name is Joey. He's a sophomore guard. He's from Wayne, New Jersey.
Josh Mack bringing the ball up. Over to Chose.
Bowen on the far side of the court. Sims at the high post, gives it to Mack.
Ooh.
And of course,
with
it
the ball.
bounces off the official, which is in play. Saw someone do that once in a game. They stopped their dribble. They had no one to pass it to.
Give it to the official.
He threw it off the official's back and got it back again and re-dribbled. I don't think the official liked that. Reporting to the scorers table right
22.
now, we have Shamir Johnson, a sophomore guard. He's out of Waterbury, Connecticut. Going to the hoop and a second effort. He loves to go to the hoop on that left side. He does a good job with it. He knows how to use that backboard, just not enough this time.
St. Anselm's 5th personal, team foul.
10-point game. St. Anselm's 30, Stonehill 20.
Andrew Sims in the line for Stonehill.
Andrew Sims, now the southpaw, will shoot 2 at the foul line.
And in the St. Anselm lineup, number 13, Alonzo Jackson.
Alonzo Jackson
Shamir Johnson. And number
has
31,
48 rebounds for his team. He's in the lineup now for the Hawks. Here's Andrew Sims. He shoots. He back rims,
This
it
is the
won't
second.
fall. Stonehill right now trailing by 9. Evans wears number 4. Plays catch with Paul out front. They work the far side of the court. Paul goes baseline. Gets it to Evans. Evans takes the J, won't fall.
Air ball.
And the rebound picked up by Johnson. Johnson across the timeline gets it to Sims. Chose.
Chose with the ball.
Looks low. Double low post. Twitty reports to the scorers table. Stonehill working against a man-to-man defense.
7 on the clock.
Mack takes
Shot.
the 3, won't fall. Knocked out of bounds.
Sorted out of bounds by
Went off.
Owen DeGraff.
Owen DeGraff is a junior. He's 6'8". He's from Beamsville, Ontario. .418, the clock running. Evans not afraid to drive. Went down the paint, lost the ball. If you just joined us, folks, you're watching Division II men's college basketball, all part of the Northeast 10 Conference of the NCAA. Shot by Stonehill, won't fall. Across the court pass, which could be dangerous. They play catch.
Flew at him. 20.
Nice fake, they take the 3, and he makes it.
Miles Tenton.
Miles Tension for 3.
He's done a pretty good job offensively. He just picked up his 9th point in this ball game. Here's Sims to Twitty.
He's played a lot of minutes this game, Andrew Sims, so far. Oh! From downtown, Owen DeGraff.
And DeGraff picks up his 3-pointer. That'll get him fired up.
Good hustle, took the ball right, wrestled it right away from him.
But they'll call it traveling violation. The officials will call the subs in. Bowen and Chose come in. And getting a rest for Stonehill, Johnson. Stonehill sticks to their tight man-to-man defense. Ball partially blocked. Saved by Mike Bowen. Michael's a hustler. He was in high school.
Stolen. Miles Tenton.
Well, he got a dunk that time.
11-point game. St. Anselm's on top.
.35-24.
In and out. Ooh, swallowed up inside.
because Sims was looking.
32, Andrew Sims.
Sims was looking for a foul in that play. Chose now will work with a double stack to get the ball in bounds.
Sims back out to Chose. Chose to the hoop. No good.
Here come the Hawks. Evans dishes off nicely.
Coast to coast.
And of course, Chris Paul makes the hoop. Makes it look easy by just laying it off the backboard. He lets the backboard do the scoring for him. So young basketball players, when they're in close, use that square on the backboard. 37-24. Sims stops, fakes, gets it back out front to Twitty, takes the J.
Shot.
Won't fall for him. Some days it goes in all the time, and other days it just won't drop for him.
Nearly a steal.
Evans. Owen DeGraff with the rebound. He's showing his size right now.
It's a rugged kid.
Here's Chose with the basketball. Chose goes to the hoop, dishes it off, and he makes it.
That's his spot right now.
Buries a three.
From the corner. 10-point game.
He brings his team back into this ball game. Stonehill right now
Down to 45 seconds to go.
Trails by 10.
Stop here. Baseline, no good. Rebound, Chose.
Chose getting his signals from the coach as he takes his time crossing the timeline. They get holding for
the shot clock.
Holding from the last shot.
It's about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Here's Twitty. Little tricky dribble. Stops, takes the J.
No
and
good.
It doesn't
Off the
fall
rim.
from. 4 seconds.
2 seconds. Oh, no! He went for the jam. Didn't make it, and he's down. Looks like he's injured.
So the score at the end of the first half here, with no time on the scoreboard, 37-27. Stonehill right now.
Alonzo Jackson went for the slam. Didn't make it.
Out in
Getting
front.
Up a little oozy.
Out in front by 10 points. But he'll get to shoot at the charity stripe.
It's a hard foul.
Alonzo leads his team in rebounding. Gets a chance to shoot. He puts his team out in front by 11.
Into the lineup for Stonehill, number 5, Josh Mack.
Stay with us during halftime, folks. We'll be entertained by the student body. Makes both free throws. Puts his team out in front by 12. 6 seconds.
Oh.
Had the right idea. So the score right now, 39-27. St. Anslem's out in front. And they, of course, are looking for their 6th victory on the season. A victory here tonight, and of course it's too early. We got another 20-minute half to go. Dave Clifton here along with Keith Sharon. And the score again at halftime, 39-27. The men's basketball team from Stonehill trailing by 12 points. And some of their shots they've missed, Keith. If they could stop putting the ball in the hoop, they could get back in this ball
Well, they've
game.
had a lot of easy layups that just haven't gone.
So we're going to take a short break here, although we'd like to watch the dance team and cheerleaders entertain here at Stonehill College at midcourt. This cablecast is a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. We'll be back with the halftime interview, but let's take this quick timeout. We're back here at Merckett Gymnasium. The score at halftime, Division II, part of the NCAA. And of course, we're watching the Northeast 10 Conference. Stonehill hosting St. Anslem's. St. A's from Manchester, New Hampshire. And of course, Stonehill from our community here in Easton. Dave Clifton here along with Keith Sharon. And an interesting first half, 39-27. St. Anslem's right now out in front. I'm looking
Three
for
players for them in double figures, Dave.
more participation from Will Morton, but let's take a look at the stats, Keith.
Well, for Stonehill, the leading scorer, well, it's Owen Chose with 7 points, followed by Andrew Sims as the two top scorers. For St. Anslem's, you've got 3 players in double figures. You've got Danny Evans and Miles Tension, each with 11, and Gustav Jensen with 10.
We also want to give credit to Owen DeGraff, who also has 6 points for the Skyhawks. And that's been the story. We're wondering why that ball's not going more often to Will Morton and why he's not taking more shots, because he's certainly a key for the Skyhawks.
He is. He just hasn't been on the court.
We'll be playing a 20-minute second half here at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan court. Last season, when both these teams met, St. Anslem's defeated Stonehill twice. They had a banner year, no doubt about it, although Stonehill did qualify for tournament play. Stonehill is going to be doing some traveling until after the holidays. They are scheduling to play at Malloy. They'll play at Cardwell. They have a game home on January 4th with Damon, and that'll be a 12 noon tip-off. They'll travel to Bridgeport on January 8th, and Lemoyne visits Stonehill on January 11th. Folks, if you get a chance, come on down and watch some of these games. We're right here on the campus of Stonehill College in Easton. Let's see if they can come back. The official now hands the ball to the Hawks. They get it first.
They just have to finish a little better on some of the layup shots they've had.
First shot is missed. Stonehill comes back with the basketball. Here's Will Morton out front. Chose with the basketball, looks for Will. And again, they go to the hoop and makes the basket.
Low post move.
That's Monty Umalicious, who went to the hoop, and Stonehill scores first here in the second half.
Good steal, good defense.
Good heads up by Twitty.
That was good defense.
Twitty's from Randolph, Mass. He played his high school basketball at Catholic Memorial.
Chose.
Here's Morton.
And Morton.
Looking to get his shot. Twitty, top of the key. Goes to the hoop. Shot won't fall. Went out of bounds. The Hawks get it back.
That was a tough shot, that up and under. He was swallowed up by a couple of defenders on that play.
That's basketball. It's either up and under or over and underneath.
Or over the top.
Like the dunk. And there's an accidental trip, but it'll still be a foul. So Morton gets his first personal foul. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. What a terrific player he is, on offense as well as defense. 2,500 students here at Stonehill College. A terrific campus. A terrific choice of curriculum for all the students. And they have a chance to get involved in extracurricular activities as well as athletics. Stonehill tightens up on their defense. There's the shot, won't fall. Rebound certainly done with strength by Andrew Sims. Here's Chose. Back out front. Players doing a good job of picking for each other. There's Morton. Bang!
That's his shot.
He's
That's
back
his
in
shot.
town.
That's his shot. Yeah, we didn't see too much of him in that first half.
Stonehill right now trailing by 7. St. Anslem's in the dark jersey.
Taking up the defense here.
Wow.
Whoa!
Good drive to the hoop by Miles
He got the bucket and
Tension.
he drew the foul.
Sophomore guard at 6'5". He now has 13 points in this ball game. He'll go to the charity stripe. Got pretty good size. Good soft touch, but it gets back rimmed and he misses the free throw. 41-32. Stonehill has made a game out of this. Twitty goes to the hoop.
Oh,
Nice
power move
penetration
inside.
to the hoop. Monte Umalavicius
Strong move.
from Lithuania, 6'8" junior. Plays like someone 6'10". And he just hauls down a rebound. He loves it. 41-34. Stonehill has the ball. Twitty goes low. Underneath. Nice. And off the basket.
Layup.
Wow. Andrew Sims.
Doesn't come any easier than that.
Stonehill is back in this game.
Swallowed up underneath.
And they're going
By
to call
Sims and Umalavicius.
they'll call the foul against Umalavicius. That's his 4th personal foul. Coach Kraus will give him a rest.
I don't know. It looked like he grabbed all ball on that, but
Gustav Serjessen at the line, shooting 2.
So Mike Bowen gives Monte Umalavicius a rest. Takes the shot, makes it.
7-point game. St. Anslem's on top. Will Morton.
Morton gets it back on a give and
Beautiful
go and
pass.
makes the hoop.
All alone underneath. Will Morton.
Morton from Twitty for the hoop. How to use that glass. And Stonehill gets it back. And we got a 5-point difference. 16-26, and we're in the second half here at Merckett Gymnasium. Both teams part of the NE10 conference.
Oh,
Nice.
Owen Chose.
Nice penetration.
Another layup.
Owen Chose on the basket, the junior guard.
We have a timeout here, Dave. 3-point game.
Well, St. Anslem, rightfully so, calling a timeout. This will be a long timeout. It will not be a 30-second timeout.
I think Will Morton has come out and provided the spark they were lacking a little bit near the end of that first half.
Well, they got to get the ball to him. In order for him to shoot, he has to have the ball. So you'll see a lot of picking out there, a lot of blocking so that he can get himself free. So Coach Chris Kraus right now talking to his players. He's got them pumped up. They trail by 3. And of course, right now we have a chance to see if they can continue at this pace. This would be a terrific victory for Stonehill. They come into this contest with a record of 5 wins and 4 losses. They're 3-2 in league competition.
Well, there's a difference. Will Morton's come in and he's provided 5 points this half compared to 0 in the first.
He's got to have the ball in his hands. He's got that good soft touch from way downtown.
Lefty.
Stonehill tightens up on their man-to-man defense. Nice penetration. And that was Arbuckle with that basket.
5-point game.
Went right, turned
45.
left, and laid it up with his left hand. .15:41, the clock running. You're watching Division II men's college basketball. And they'll call this foul against Chris Paul. He reached over, slapped him on the arm.
First team foul for St. Anselm in the second half.
Here's Twitty, and Twitty gets fouled.
That Hawks fouls on number 23, Miles St.
Twitty's also got a terrific jump shot. Five-point difference.
Stonehill basketball.
Knocked out of bounds. Stonehill will get it back. They work the near sideline. Will Morton out front. Stops, he pops, won't fall.
Oh, tough rebound inside by Sims.
Almost tipped in. Terrific effort by Sims.
Great effort.
He's getting a lot of playing time this year.
Went over two defenders to put that back up and in.
Stonehill is tough.
Ooh.
They trail by 12 at halftime. Right now they're down by 3.
14:53 remaining.
St. Anslem's, they're ranked 3rd in the East Regional poll. He did a little hop and skip before he went down the paint.
Yep, another turnover by
That was a traveling violation without music. Here's Will Morton now across the timeline. Chest pass to Twitty. Twitty goes baseline. Stops.
Twitty,
Puts up. He got it.
Over
He
three
got it.
defenders that time. Big bucket.
Look at a 1-point
Stonehill
difference.
down by 1.
This is the closest that Stonehill has been since the early part of this game.
Good defense.
Shot is blocked.
Sims.
Here's Will Morton. Will is asked by the coach to slow it down, set up a play. Bowen out front. Twitty on the far side of the court. The top of the key we have Chose. Will Morton at the left elbow. He fakes. Dribbles left. Goes right. Gives it to Twitty. Twitty goes! Makes the basket. Pretty play. And the fans are in the stands on their feet. And Stonehill right now takes the lead for the first time in a long time in this ball game.
That was a strong move by Twitty. Right to the basket.
That was a major move by Brandon Twitty. Will Morton gets a rest. Mack comes in. He wears number 5. And he polishes off the old-fashioned three-point play. Stonehill right now out in front by a bucket, 47-45. How important defense is. And again, they missed the shot. Bowen snags the rebound. Here's Mack. Mack to Chose.
To Sims.
Underneath. And again, the loose ball picked up by Arbuckle. Arbuckle wears number 0. And it's been defense here in the second half thus far. Missed shot, good effort by Bowen. Stonehill slows it up. They want to call a play. Mack across midcourt gives it to Bowen. They work the far side of the court to Twitty. Twitty out front to Chose. Chose to Mack. Will Morton reports to the scorer's table. Sims. He turns around, throws it off the window, and makes the basket. Holy cow!
Another man. He moved that defender back 2 steps.
49-45. The clock running. We're at 12:33 in the second half.
Smothering defense here by Stonehill.
And again, we have a foul on the play. They'll call this against Twitty. Backing in Chris Paul. Not related to Chris Paul, who plays in the NBA. Chose gets a rest. Will Morton from Minneapolis, Minnesota, back in play. Show won't fall. Rebound fought for. And again, Twitty with the basketball. No foul.
Could have been
on
a
the play.
foul on that play.
There was a foul. There was also a travel. Neither one were called, but
Morton with a big rebound. Big rebound. And I think he was fouled. He was.
so Chris Paul gets his 3rd personal foul called against him. Stonehill out in front, 49-45. A 30-second timeout called by the Hawks.
Stonehill's definitely upped the pace of this game. He hasn't allowed St. Anselm to set up that collapsing defense.
I tell you, here's a team that was down 12 points. What did Coach Chris Krause say to his team during halftime that brought them out all fired up?
Yep.
11:59 on the clock. Both teams are huddling with their coaches. Stonehill enjoying a 4-point lead. They have the ball. There's a long ways to go. And of course, Stonehill would love to be able to pull this off and pick up their 6th victory on the season. It could be their 4th victory in the NE10 conference. Both these teams have beaten Franklin Pierce. Both these teams have beaten St. Michael's of Vermont. Here's Mack now across the timeline, working against a man-to-man defense. Twitty on the far side of the court gets it to Bowen. Bowen drives into the paint, works the near side of the court to Sims. A chest pass to Bowen. Here's the jump shot shooter from outside. He stops, he drives, he goes to the hoop, he throws it up, gets his own rebound,
puts it back in.
Puts the ball in the basket, it's good.
He's stuck with it.
Morton is back in town. 51-45. Arbuckle works the near side of the court, goes down the lane.
Missed the shot.
Rebound by Mack. Mack looks at Coach Krause, who calls for slow it down. Here's Bowen to Mack. Twitty on the far side of the court. Chose getting ready to come back into the lineup. There's a
what a move!
Throws up. Holy cow!
Mack, what a move! Defender draped all over him.
Is this the same team we saw in the first half?
3 spin moves and in.
Holy Moses. What a job they're doing here in the second half.
Stonehill ball over the top, foul.
Absolutely unbelievable what they've done here so far in the second half. So Stonehill has the ball back. And they have been absolutely terrific.
Taking an 8-point lead. 10:24 to go.
They've been throwing the ball in from the seated position and still getting the baskets. There's Morton. He stops. He takes it.
Whoa! Missed it.
I wasn't sure if it went in or was
I
an
know,
air
it hit
ball.
that net, and I thought it was all net, but it wasn't.
Dave Clifton here along with Keith Sharon, Dolan on camera. And Stonehill right now out in front, 53-45, 10:08
in the half.
The Hawks will put the ball in play. The Skyhawks on defense. That's one that slipped away.
Yeah, layup. Danny Evans.
53-47. Mack now gets across midcourt. He's going to work the far side of the court. Bowen at the top of the key. Here's Chose looking for the J. He likes to shoot the three, and he's good at it. Here's Sims. He goes to the hoop, and we got a foul in the paint. They'll take it. I have been so...
Sims, he's such a strong player inside.
Yeah. I have been so impressed with Sims. He really has been a spark plug this year. Loves to use that left hand. He is a left-hander, but he knows how to back in and throw that ball off the glass.
He moves people.
And then, of course, another change that's very impressive on the Stonehill team is Monte Umalavicius. The strength that he provides as a junior forward on defense and some hoops that he gets.
Decent rebounder, too.
We know that what Will Morton has to offer. We know that when Brandon Twitty's on, there's nothing like him. And we know that Bowen provides a little bit of something, whether it be defense or offense. He makes a difference. That's number 15 out there. He's a tough guy. Here's Sims with the basketball. Being covered closely.
Nice pass to Morton.
So Morton picks
inside
up another hoop.
For a layup.
55-47. Air ball. Went out of bounds. And of course Bowen thought that it went off of one of the dark jerseys.
Swallowed
Shot
up
blocked, ends up in the hands of Chose. He drives, stops at the paint, at the left elbow, wants to set something up. Skyhawks seem to be a pretty good job when they...
Oh!
Wow!
For that left-handed jump shot. Automatic.
I love it.
Automatic.
It's funny how we were asking where was he during the first half.
Well, he didn't play. He wasn't being played.
He just arrived.
He's come in the second half. He's on fire.
Can you believe it? Stonehill right now is out in front by 11. They have the basketball.
With 8:32 remaining.
Here's Bowen with the basketball. Gives it once again to Will Morton. He wears number 33, and he shoots like Larry Bird from the Celtics.
Only left-handed.
8:12, the clock running. I still think that the defense has been terrific.
They're not allowing St. Anselm's any type of penetration at all. And when they do penetrate, they collapse a couple defenders down on them.
30-second timeout called by Stonehill. And the coaches are absolutely thrilled at what's going on with this Stonehill team on defense and offense.
Well, they've totally out-hustled St. Anselm's this half.
And to think they were down 12.
They wanted the ball on both ends of the floor.
They were down 12, and now they're up 11.
That's a big swing.
This has been an unbelievable swing. Tonight's cablecast,
swing.
a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. You're watching the Northeast 10 Conference of the NCAA. We're at Merckett Gymnasium. It's Division II men's college basketball. Stonehill hosting St. Anslem's from Manchester, New Hampshire. And of course, Stonehill.
Chose.
Shot blocked. Good defensive effort by the Hawks. Stonehill still working on defense. Nice drive to the hoop. Chris Paul is known for that. He can shoot from the outside, but he loves to drive to the basket. Morton to Bowen. Morton on the far side of the court.
Chose.
Chose, turn around, goes off the glass, won't work. Seems different to see him posted low and Morton out front posted high. Shot won't fall. Morton yanks down the rebound.
Bowen's listed as a guard. He's a big guard at 6'6", 195.
20, give and go to the hoop. Basic fundamentals of basketball. There is such a thing as give and go. Give, go, get, dribble, shoot, score.
Like taking candy from a baby. On that.
Morton pulls down the rebound. And again, that give and go. I repeat, give, go, get, dribble, shoot, score. Twitty with the basketball. Goes baseline, throws it up, and coming down with the rebound. However, he was out of bounds. I'm talking about Alonzo Jackson. Where's number 13 for the Hawks? Skyhawks have the ball, however. And
had
again,
the shot on that. You're Levicius. He had his shot, just wouldn't fall.
.6:04, the clock running. Look at the defense.
Wide open for 3, missed the shot.
Big Will Morton hauls down that rebound.
It was a long shot by Joey Belly.
Mack gets it to Morton. Morton to Twitty. They switch sides.
You're Levicius. Ooh, swallowed up.
Got the shot blocked. He fell down. And he hustles up the court.
Oh.
Traveling violation. 60-49. We're down to the final 5 minutes and 28 seconds here in the second half.
That last play was almost a run. Not
Here
a
we
travel.
are on the Paula Sullivan court here at Merckett Gymnasium. Timeout, Stonehill. Just to summarize what's going on out there, it's defense, it's offense, and of course the coach for St. Anslem's a little concerned as he has a little discussion at midcourt with the 3 officials.
Please direct your attention to the floor for a performance by your Stonehill Skyhawks cheerleaders.
So when you take a look at the points that have been scored so far, 14 points by Will Morton has certainly made a big difference. And of course, Chose has a total of 13 points in this ball game. But I see lots of action coming from Twitty. I see Josh Mack playing a good part. Andrew Sims, he's been absolutely terrific. The 6'6" sophomore wearing number 32. How he uses that left hand and what a difference he has made. Monty Umalavicius what a job the junior has done on the boards. And of course, it's been a team effort for Stonehill College. Even Owen DeGraff coming off the bench. Will Morton is back in town.
Leading all scorers in the game, by the way.
What a second half he has had. He's
Going
played
from none in the first half to leading all scorers in the game.
14 points. Sims has 12 points. And of course, 9 points by Brandon Twitty. Here's Morton, takes the J, loves to take those.
Three.
And of course, we got an injured player on the court. Brandon Twitty is on his back. And we certainly hope that he's okay. The score right now, folks, if you just joined us, 5:06 remaining. We're in the second half. This is the final 5 minutes and 6 seconds.
That's a good sign. He's up.
Brandon Twitty is on his feet.
Took a blow to the stomach, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he got the wind knocked out of him maybe. But he's okay. We certainly don't want to lose him for the season, that's for sure. So Coach Chris Kraus goes with Chose, Mack, Morton, Bowen, and let me not forget Yumla Vicious. Just pulled down a rebound. He heard his name called. I'm getting to know his name real well now because I get to use it a lot. Yumla Vicious. Here's Mack. Clock running. Little tricky dribble.
Little strong.
He went to the hoop, and Josh was a little bit overpowered.
Oh, stepped right in front of that pass.
Stolen by Mike Bowen. His dad, the head baseball coach here at Stonehill College. This is one of the better games that they have played thus far this season, especially here in the second half.
Dominated this second half. Both ends of the court.
Little tricky dribble.
Oh, inside and up
Goes
and in.
to the
Chose with a power move.
Wow. I see him most of the time being the three-point shooter, but he took things into his own hands there. He can drive to the hoop as well. And there's a three-point shot. He gets a chance to go to the charity stripe for a free throw. Basket counts. That's Alondo Johnson.
Basket is good for number 13, Alonzo Jackson.
Alonzo Jackson, let me pronounce that correctly.
Andrew Sims is coming in.
And of course,
Brandon Twitty's back.
That's 5 fouls on Monty Humalicious. So he has 5 fouls in this game. Free throw is good. 62-52. Stonehill right now out in front by 10. Here's Morton.
Chose
a little tricky dribble. Goes to the hoop, works the far side of the court. Morton looking for a shot, instead gets fouled. He gets fouled by Chris Paul. Chris Paul, a junior forward at 6'6" and 195 pounds. He's from Highland Mills, New York. Played at Don Bosco Prep. He's quite a basketball player. And speaking about good basketball players, this guy, Will Morton, on the foul line.
It's been the difference for Stonehill in this half.
Good soft touch. Makes the first. He'll get the back end of 2 free throws. And again, I say to young basketball players out there, look at his concentration. Takes the shot, he makes it all net.
We have a 12-point game here with 3:20 remaining. Stonehill up, 64-52.
And again, they're looking to drive. And we're going to have a violation on the baseline. Stepping on the baseline was Alonzo Jackson. And right now the Hawks, we're going to play a tight man-to-man defense. They have to. They trail by 12. And there's Will Morton. Didn't make it this time.
But that is his shot.
And again, they get their own rebound. And they take the three and make it. 64-55. Stonehill out in front by 9.
Press.
And again, they have to get the ball across midcourt by 10 seconds. And they make it. 2:21, the clock running. Morton working against Jackson on defense.
13 on the shot clock.
Morton waiting. Take the shot. Goes to the hoop. Throws it out the
what
window.
A shot.
And makes the...
Kiss that off the glass.
Holy cow. They continue to take those shots and make them. What a half of basketball for Stonehill. No basket. He traveled before the hoop. Evans back in the lineup. Arbuckle gets a rest for the Hawks. They go into a man-to-man press. 1:49, the clock running. Stonehill out in front by 11.
This has definitely been the tale of two games almost, Dave.
Michael Bowen gets fouled. He'll go to the foul line. I think Stonehill right now.
This has been all Stonehill this half.
They're in the bonus, so they'll go to the foul line. They'll shoot the free throw. What a great victory this will be for Stonehill. And I know we got 1:43 remaining. It's purple and white game. And White has been in full control of this second half. What a super player Michael Bowen was in high school at Mansfield. He played in the Hockomock League. And again, 58-55. Can you believe it? Yes, you can if you look at the scoreboard. Bowen with the rebound on the missed shot.
Into Morton.
Here's Bowen now. He gets across midcourt. And they're in no hurry to take the shot. And there's a foul.
1:17 remaining. 68-55, Stonehill.
Stonehill calls a quick timeout by Morton. 68-55. What a ball game we have seen here in the second half.
Unbelievable. All Stonehill. All Stonehill College.
This has been such an exciting game.
Two players. I mean, Will Morton's really made a difference in this half. But Andrew Sims with his strong play inside he's been a force too.
This has been such a terrific game to describe. It's been a terrific game to watch. They should charge us to get out. That's how good this game has been.
They should just charge us.
So we get the 15 seconds on the 30-second clock. Stonehill stacks it up facing the near sideline. 1:17 remaining in this ball game. Stonehill enjoying the lead. And pretty soon they'll be enjoying a victory. And now they're going to be forced to take the shot.
Joe's, strong move, but it didn't go.
And there's
follow up.
Sims.
Who else?
Wow.
Mr. Inside this half.
He likes that, and he just made a block, and he also made a rebound.
Hit the rebound.
What a game he has had as a player. Ball stolen.
That's another block by Bowen. Everything's going right for
what a
Stonehill
game.
Here. Everything.
What a game for the Skyhawks.
Down to 35 seconds remaining. 70-55, Stonehill.
Right now they're in no hurry. All the fans in the stands on their feet. What a victory for Stonehill. They trail by 12 at the end of the half. And right now, 70-55 is the lead. This will give them 6 victories on the season. They'll be 4-2. There's a dunk. 60-57, and we're down to 6 seconds in this ball game. It's over. It's all over here
What a
at
game.
Merckett
Big
Gymnasium.
victory for Stonehill. What a
Stonehill
second half.
wins
Dominated the entire second half.
57. Wow. What a victory for Stonehill College men's basketball team.
Basketball returns to Merckett Gymnasium after the new year.
The sportsmanship handshaking ceremony going on between the Hawks and the Skyhawks, and the coaches all shaking hands with each other. It's got to be a tough one to lose, but what a terrific victory for Stonehill.
That second half was the Will Morton, Andrew Sims show, and let's not forget Owen Chose.
Oh my gosh. And of course, they all participated. I would certainly list it as a team effort. Everybody made contributions, and some of the shots that they put in were unbelievable.
Brandon Twitty, I think he played the entire game, except when he got hurt. I don't think he ever came out. Did he?
No, he did. He came out when he got hurt. But 18 points by Will Morton and 14 points by Sims. What a difference
Big
they
contributors.
made.
Can't
And
say
again,
enough for players like Brandon Twitty.
We're going to see if we can get some of the players.
Michael
the coach.
Bowen played a great game. Just an all-out effort that second half.
What a team. So let's see
Team
if we can get some guests to join us here for a post-game interview. Hurry back, folks. Stonehill wins it big by a score of 70-57. Okay, we're back here at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court, the home of Stonehill College. The Skyhawks did it tonight. They defeated St. Anslem's, and they did it by a score of 70-57. They were trailing by 12 points at the end of the first half, and they come back and completely dominated the second half. Will Morton from Minneapolis, Minnesota. What a game he had. He came up with 18 points. And Will, what did Coach Kraus say during the half that changed your team around 100%?
He just came in here and he said, there are a lot of things that we need to work on, but they're all fixable things. Transition defense, talking on defense, and just execution. It's all things that if we hold ourselves accountable, we can do every game. And so the message was, we're in this game still. They're just simple things we got to fix. And as you saw, the second half we came out there, we managed to fix it, which was awesome.
And, of course, Chose picked up 14 points in the game. It's been a team effort. Very impressed with Sims.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, with that left hand underneath the backing in and putting the ball off the hoop. And everybody seemed to work hard on defense the second half.
Yeah.
You held them to about 18 points in the first half. And that certainly added to the spice that you had on offense.
Yeah.
Did you play basketball during the summer?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I played on this team called the USA East Coast All-Stars. So it was a really great week. We played in Athens, Greece. We played against 3 professional teams, and I had a lot of great teammates. I had guys from North Carolina, Syracuse, Iowa, Columbia, 2 guys from Notre Dame, and it was a ton of fun. We got to play some really good basketball, and I made some great friends, saw a new place, and it was a fantastic week. I had an awesome summer.
Well, congratulations to you. I know you want to get into the locker room and shower and get things taken care of, but if we were to select an MVP for this game, we certainly would have your name high on the list. What a terrific victory. You now have 6 victories on the season, and now they know that your team is a team to be reckoned with here in the Northeast 10 Conference.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Will Morton from Minneapolis, Minnesota. What a game he had tonight. 18 points as Stonehill wins the victory. And, of course, we look forward to seeing you at the next game. I know you'll be doing some traveling during the holidays, and we look forward to covering you in the next home game. And right now, Coach Chris Kraus, if you could put on the headset, I'd like to ask you, Coach, maybe the best way to start off is what can you say about this Will Morton?
Oh, he was phenomenal. Will's welcome to Tanner. What do you think about Will? Say he was awesome. Yeah, Will. I mean, he's a heck of a player, and you've got the chance to watch him now for a few years and just grow and develop. And he's in foul trouble tonight. He didn't play a lot in the first half, and then to come back and do that, he's just a fantastic player, and so proud of him. And we needed him. He's our leader. He's our guy. He's one of the best players in the league in the country, and he showed that in the second half.
I saw that the fact that he played some basketball during the summer, he stayed active.
Yeah, he got to go to. I don't know if he talked to you. He got to go to Greece with the U.S. traveling team.
That was absolutely
pretty incredible.
So. How about the left-hander underneath the boards?
Andrew Sims. Yeah,
wow.
Andrew, sophomore for us from New Jersey, who's just growing and getting better and turned himself into a really good player.
He was backing in. He knows how to use the backboard, that left hand, and he's strong.
Yes, he really is. And when he plays tough and when he's active and physical and plays with that type of a mindset, he's a really good player. Yeah. And we are so excited to get him here at Stonehill, and he's really starting to come into his own and develop and be a giant presence for us.
One of the questions that we were asking, what did Coach Chris Kraus say to the players during halftime?
I'll give you the secret.
When they come out, they were unbelievable.
We talked about our accountability levels. We talked about just the accountability levels from our group to do just the details, to guard, to have high hands and choppy feet on defense, to get back in transition. And I didn't think we were just doing those details in the first half. And you saw it in the second half. We absolutely did. So accountability levels to try to get this guy to bed tonight. We'll see if he does it, because it works when our kids are accountable.
Terrific. We got two guests instead of
we did.
One.
Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Easton.
And again, the final score: Stonehill defeats St. Anslem in the NE10 conference by a score of 70-57. What a second half the Skyhawks had, and of course. Tonight's cablecast, a production of ECAD, Easton Community Access Television. Have a good weekend, and Coach, best of luck as you travel with the team.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Happy holidays.
You too.